Mm, mm, mm. Hey y'all, happy Monday. Happy Monday, guys. How's everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? I forgot that it's even Monday. I don't know, because I'm always working. I was working last night. If you follow me on TikTok, I posted a couple of videos recapping Real Housewives of Potomac and talked a little bit about Lauryn Hill. So when Monday comes around, I'm like, some people have the Monday blues. I'm like, it's just another day, but a good day. Like, I don't feel like the Monday blues. I don't know if I've really had the Monday blues, even when I was working my corporate job. But I also didn't necessarily look forward to Mondays, but it doesn't feel like a Monday to me. I say all that to say it doesn't feel like Monday to me, okay? But we have a lot to celebrate because yesterday we hit over 500,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Come on. It was a fantastic way to start the new week because it's sort of a reminder of your hard work is working. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't worry about the people behind you that got a lot to say. Just say, look. Keep your eye on the prize. The same thing that I've been doing. Keep my eye on the prize. Let me take a sip. Because that was juicy. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of I'm supposed to say Salt Lake City. No. Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Potomac. I will say this, guys. Wait, shout out to the hater that disliked the video. Because on my little mechanism back here, I can see who liked the video. Shout out to the 104 of you that liked it. But shout out to the hater that came in, didn't know what I was going to say, and was just like, let me dislike it. It's probably Giselle. No, Giselle. Giselle knows not to come here to watch the review. Giselle doesn't watch anything that's going to mess her up. And I can relate as a fellow Earth sign, okay? All right? As a fellow Earth sign, I completely understand it. Shout out to all the Virgos, but it's Scorpio season. Happy Scorpio season. Hold on. Happy Scorpio season. Shout out to anyone celebrating a birthday. My manager had a birthday over the weekend. My mom has a birthday this week. Look, yes, I got a lot of Scorpios around me. But look, Scorpios are our sister signs. So shout out to all the Tauruses too. Okay? Anyways, you didn't come here for that. We are celebrating 500,000 subscribers all month long. Yep, all month long. Because look, nothing's happening between now and Thanksgiving. Woo, 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 Thanksgiving. No plans. We'll be celebrating 500,000 subscribers. So if you are new here, let us know in the live chat or let us know in the comment section. Shout out to the replay crew as well. We are celebrating all day long, all week long, all month long. Okay? But as you know, we are still raising money for Black Women's Health Imperative in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We are in our last week. We're like $1,500 away from reaching our goal. Last year, we raised $3,600 plus for Black Women's Health Imperative in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 100% of your donation goes to the organization. So thank you to YouTube Giving for doing that. So if you haven't donated, please be sure to donate. You can check them out. The link is available on all of our other videos. If you're watching a replay of this, it should be available somewhere around here. All right. Let's get into our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac because I have a lot to say, and I know you guys have a lot to say. So we will be dropping the call link for members only today. Shout out to our members only live chat as well. All right, let's get into this.
Here we go now. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on anything that we got going on over here. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Sometimes your notifications don't work. Turn them off, turn them back on. Okay. Or go directly to my page. Don't rely on the algorithm. Sometimes, channels get shadow banned for whatever reason. I don't know if the algorithm does it. I don't know. So just go directly to our page so that you can see, because I'm always posting. Again, if you had your notifications on last night, or if you go to my page regularly, you saw I posted like 11 something last night, Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on the West Coast, it was like 8 something your time. So make sure your notifications are on. Shout out to our King's Guard. Shout out to our channel members. It is a members only live chat. So shout out to our members. We appreciate them. Become a member today at TheKempire.com/join. Today's live recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac, sponsored by our friends over at Uncommon Goods. And if you love a knick-knack, and if you love supporting independent creatives, this is a company that you're going to want to get into. So shout out to our friends, okay? So, spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. I spent hours on this website. I couldn't even choose what I wanted, and it has a price point for everyone, okay? Gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight. Oh, like Stacy Rush. And it's exactly what I wanted feeling. Honestly, look, I got something. I'm literally unboxing it with you guys. I got a little something. Because there were just so many things on their website, I didn't know what I wanted. Okay, I'll unbox it in a second. Let me stay on course, okay? All right. So honestly, this season, I love me some Christmas. I love me the holidays. So I will probably be getting some of my gifts for myself and others from Uncommon Goods. It's just, there's something there for everyone, all right, including art. Okay, all right. So when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists. You're supporting artists and small independent businesses. Many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. To get 50% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/Kempire. That's uncommongoods.com/Kempire for 15% off. Don't miss out on the limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Again, more information on Uncommon Goods will be available in the description. All right. Before we get into Real Housewives of Potomac, let me just unbox my thing. Don't y'all want to see what I got? Okay. I think this would be great for my office. I moved into a new place, so I wanted a little, I like a good knick-knack. Okay, so wait, it comes with, this is the stand. Look, we're having a live unboxing, okay? So this is the stand, and it has a USB-C port in the back. You see that? Okay, so this is what it looks like. It lights up. They have a bunch of different ones, okay? Let me unbox this. All right, I should have unboxed this earlier, but look, it's a live show. It is all right. Shout out to Uncommon Goods. You'll be hearing me. Comes with your charging port, okay? Oh, wow, look at it. It's got a good weight. For me, like sometimes like when I go to Target, some of the things look wonderful and then you pick them up and it doesn't have a little weight to it, so it feels chintzy. All right, so you can't really see it here. Oh, you can see my face though. That's so funny. But you see that? So when you put it on the stand, it lights up. You see that? When you put it on the stand, it lights up. Let me put it in front of my eyes. It lights up. You can see my face though. That's so weird. So once I, get it all hooked up and charged up, I will post a picture on our community tab and on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on those platforms. Okay? All right. Again, holiday season. Get yourself a little something from Uncommon Goods. More information on our sponsor today will be available in the description. All right. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch. Well, not on Twitch. Oh, sorry, Twitch. Woo, Twitch. I don't know what's going on with that today. Shout out to everyone watching on X, aka Twitter. Those are watching on Facebook. And of course, those of you watching here on YouTube, of course. Okay, let's get into our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. These ladies. Okay, where are my pictures for these ladies? Oh, gosh. Look, jump scare. What is going... Not Free Karen. No, not Free Karen. Nope. Well, speaking of Karen, the episode starts off. Real Housewives of Potomac's latest episode starts off with Karen and Mia having a conversation about her legal case. And Karen basically says, she's like, I broke, meaning like she broke under the pressure of her marriage issues, of her losing her parents. So Mia was just like, I'm so glad that you're admitting that you effed up. She's like, well, I'm not admitting anything. I'm not admitting anything. She's like, because she doesn't want to, because she's in the middle of her legal case. So I get it. For those that don't think that I worked with attorneys for years, okay? I understand the law. I understand not incriminating yourself. So one of the things I said yesterday, and for those that follow me on Twitter, I said, Karen really could have shown accountability this season in a variety of ways. Even if she was fighting this case, she could have still shown accountability. We've had a few of you call in and say, all Karen had to say was this, this, and this. And she wouldn't have incriminated herself. Or she could have spoke to her attorneys like, what can I say where I can show accountability, but yet I'm fighting this case? It doesn't seem like she spoke to anybody, PR, attorney, whatever. However, I had a thought as I was watching this scene with her and Mia. I said, if Karen had just admitted guilt from the beginning, this could be water under the bridge for her when filming. That way she could have shown accountability. She's like, I made a stupid mistake. And I think the parents' excuse and things like that probably would have landed differently. If she had just said, I've been under a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how much stuff I was under, but that is no excuse to drink and drive. Again, if you've been watching our recaps, and we talked in a separate live about Karen and the case against her. She tried to have it dismissed. A judge said, no, we're not dismissing or suppressing evidence. So apparently she has a court case in December for this. So maybe by the reunion, she can show some accountability. I don't know. But part of me is like, if she had just pled guilty and just was like, okay, I want to move forward with my life, I made the mistake. Because if you listen to the evidence, it's pretty damning. It's pretty damning, especially what she said during her accident. That's why she wanted that information suppressed. But the judge said no. The judge said no. So Mia is just like, she needs to start. Mia, of all people, is saying that Karen needs to show some sort of accountability. I know it's Mia, but still, I can't say I disagree with Mia. But Karen says she's not admitting anything yet, and that this moment will show who her real friends are. Karen, honestly, your real friends will hold you accountable. Like, I can support you. I don't need to drag you or trash you or do what we see Tamara Judge doing on Real Housewives of Orange County, calling Karen calling Shannon a drunk and things like. I'm not saying that they need to do that. Okay, and even the Ashley joke with the Uber receipts, I don't even think that's that bad, to be honest with you, because if we see what Tamara's doing on this show to her friend, is very different than what I feel like the ladies on Potomac have been very sensitive to Karen's situation. I also don't think what Jacqueline said, should she have told Mia, should she have brought this up on camera? Well, okay, I feel like Jacqueline was downplaying it during that lunch, the Inquisition birthday lunch. I don't feel like Jacqueline was really trying to throw Karen under the bus, but Karen took it a little differently. So Karen talks about that, and Jacqueline talked about, I think Karen's a little mad at me for bringing that up. And Karen said she's not happy with Jacqueline sharing that she was drinking or possibly tipsy when she called. We saw the scene. The person that made it worse was Mia. Mia is the one who made it, Karen was drunk. Jacqueline says she sounded a little tipsy. All right. And didn't I tell you last week or the week before that I felt like Karen must have heard the full conversation, not what we saw on the show, and that's why she was having such heat towards Jacqueline. Okay. So we then get to know a little bit. How are you guys feeling about Jazzy or Jazzy? I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Jazzy or Jassy? It's spelled Chassis, not Chassis, Jassy. We will learn. I like her, though. I like her. And I'm wondering to myself, why didn't she get full time? One thing I will say, though, because we have to remember, some of these housewives are filming not knowing if they're going to be full time or not. They end up knowing mid-season. Sometimes they know very last minute. Remember, we heard the tea from our friends over at TV Deeds that Keiarna was made a housewife, but we didn't learn until after filming was done. Like 1 minute we heard that she wasn't. The next minute we heard she was. So sometimes we have to pay attention to how these women are moving on the show. Even me as friends that we met at the end. I feel like everyone that comes on the show as a friend, a guest, feels like they're auditioning. Like they want to be in this position. So I feel like that is a little bit of what we're getting from Jassy as well, from, of course, Keiarna. Because I think at this particular point, Keiarna didn't know if she was going to be full-time. But I also don't feel like they're desperate. Me as friends, I sensed a little desperation. Not Jassy, the friends that we met at the end. I sensed just a little desperation to be on camera and to have a moment. Okay? But Keiarna and Jassy are talking. Honestly, seeing Keiarna, Jassy, and Stacy on the boat talking, I was like, oh, this might be the new dream team. This might be the new dream team. Because their vibe didn't feel desperate. It felt like they knew, we're all new, we're not going to compete with each other. We're going to really rock out and have a conversation and get to know each other. I liked that little conversation that they were having on the boat, but I'm going too far. So Keiarna and Jassy are having a conversation, talking about their boyfriends, the age difference, the work thing. And we find out that Keiarna, she's like, my med spa pretty much is on autopilot. So she's helping her, not fiance, I was about to say fiance. Are they engaged? We don't know yet, but I'm just saying, like, was that like a psychic moment? Keiarna, are you engaged? But she's been helping with his business, and she says she's been really actively helping in his business because her med spa, she's like, pretty much runs on its own. Good for her. I think this is what we like about Keiarna, or Kay, whatever. I guess I don't know why people. I mean, do people find her name difficult to say, Keiarna? People were calling her Keiarna at one particular point. It's Keiarna with an R. Okay, but we'll call her Kay. She said she had an old man fetish at one point. Not an old man fetish. Okay, Keiarna. But she says she's helping out with Greg's business. So we get a little bit of conversation between Jassy and Keiarna, which I was paying attention to the conversation because I said to self, I was like, I don't sense any sort of competition amongst these women, and I like it. It just felt like I'm going to get to know you. Because sometimes these producers, these networks, sometimes the other OGs will pit these women against each other, very much like what Mia was trying to do with Stacy and Keiarna by putting them in the bunk bedroom. That is so tired, but I loved Stacy's response. Stacy, you are a queen. You are not boring. You are a queen, and you have been bringing it this season so effortlessly. So effortlessly. Like she's not trying too hard. I mean, I need her to stop talking to the camera, though. Stop. Look, I'm like this. I'm watching from home, and I'm like, ooh, what? Stop looking at me. And then when she looked at the camera, when she's like, I get it. I'm an alien to this women. My positivity and happiness is alien. And then they put the alien music, and then she's looking at the camera. I said, Stacey, if you don't stop looking at us eye to eye, look at the producer. Look at the producer, please. But I get it. As someone that talks to a camera all day, every day, it's habit. I think I probably would do the same thing if I did a reality show. No, I'm not doing reality. But I think I would do the same thing. I can't help it. And sometimes when I go like this, I'm like, wait, no, I need to be here. Just saying. Okay. Anyways. S. Foster says, sorry, Kemp. Stacey's boring. This is S. Foster, in case you're new here, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. I'm telling you that she's not. To me, okay? You could think that, but I think she's bringing it this season. And honestly, we don't need everyone. You know what? You know what I listened to the other day? Over the weekend? Just a little. I didn't finish listening to it. Humble Brag, the new podcast with Cynthia Bailey and Crystal Kung Minkoff. Sorry, Cricket. And I was like, this is a nice listen. Just kind of getting their perspective on housewives, their process, the difference. Cynthia's been in it a long time. And Crystal was fairly new into it. And I was like, and Cynthia, you really are that girl because yes, now we reference anyone that's sort of like a Cynthia Bailey to a Cynthia Bailey, which is necessary on a Real Housewives. It's necessary on a reality show. You need that personality. You don't need everyone to be over the top. But give Cynthia Bailey her credit. She was always witty, shady. She had her moments. Look, and I think that's going to be Stacy. Team Stacy over here. You know we team nobody, but I like Stacy. I like Stacy. Anyways, I say all that to say, let me move on. All right. So Keiarna and Jassy had that conversation. Giselle says that she will end up having a conversation with Karen. Dr. Wendy Acefo, you sure you're not a Leo? The way that Dr. Wendy Acefo wanted to remind us that it's her birthday, she doesn't want this conversation to happen during her birthday celebration. I was like, you sure you're not a Leo with all this? I know she's a Gemini, but I was like, everything had to be about her birthday. It was cute. It was cute. But I was like, okay, calm down. All right, fine. It was cute. And she's like, I don't have any problems with anyone right now. That's when we found out that Jacqueline and Jassy had a little bit of an issue on the plane. Apparently, Jassy was saying that Jacqueline is Mia's sidekick. At first, they said side chick, but sidekick. And look, some of y'all have not liked Jacqueline from the jump. I didn't mind Jacqueline, but seeing Jacqueline in this particular episode, I was like, Jacqueline, what is going on? What is this pick-me energy that you're giving? It was weird for me because I never really saw Jacqueline. Like, I did see Jacqueline as being Mia's representative when she first came on, but I'm sort of like, are you guys fighting over Mia or are you fighting over a position on the show? Because I really can't imagine you guys are fighting over a position to be friends with Mia. Right? But they can't say that that's what they're fighting over. They can't say that they're fighting over being a friend to the show or a full-time housewife. They can't say that. So it comes across like they're fighting over trying to be on this show. That's how I'm getting it, in my opinion. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, congratulations on 500,000 subscribers. I think I can speak for us all when I say so proud to be part of KWW Kempire Worldwide. Well deserved. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for always supporting and spending your husband's money. And if you're new here, it's okay for me to say that. She says it all the time. Okay. I have to remember we have a bunch of new people here. Okay. All right. We got a bunch of 500,000 new people. Okay. Okay. And be sure to let me know what number were we at when you first subscribed. Be sure to let us know. I always find that to be interesting. It kind of gauges how long have you been subscribed to the channel. Some of you have been here since I was like at 3,000. Just saying. Okay. All right. So some of you have been here before that. Hey, Data. Data followed me when I had Kempire Radio before all of this. Okay. Okay. One lover says, what are you saying about Leos? What do you think? Are you a Leo? Did it feel like a personal dig? Toya says, I am Dr. Wendy when it's my birthday. What sign are you, Toya? Look, what sign are you? With that hair, I'm thinking Leo. Are you a Leo, Toya? Are you a Leo, Toya? Kay says 300-something thousand. Okay. All right. I mean, that feels so long ago, too, to be honest. All right. Moving on. So Giselle says she's going to have the conversation with Karen about the whole GNA event and scheduling her award, whatever. Okay? Let me see. Yeah, exactly. Toya says that Jacqueline is giving desperado, which caught me off guard because I thought that she would come in a little differently this season. And I'm like, ew, it's weird. Belisha says, I think Jacqueline lied on Karen. Both Mia and Jackie lie so much to create storylines. They did that on purpose. I'm late commenting because I'm replaying from the beginning. It's okay. It's still relevant because we were talking about Jacqueline. And I met Danny in London. I'll see you in London when I come to London, guys. Don't forget the Kempire After Dark, a live show coming to Los Angeles, July. November 20th. Then I'll be in London on December 8th. And then we're coming back to Potomac, well, DC, on January 24th. Tickets are now available. More information is in the description. Okay? All right. Mama Allie, I feel like Mama Allie, you've been here way before that. Mama Allie says she came in around 250,000. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Did Toya get back to me about when her birthday is? I know the comments are a little delayed. Unique says, I love my birthday, so I get it. I mean, look, I'm probably like that. No, I'm not like that during my birthday. And I have a Leo moon. Just saying. And I have a Leo moon. All right. All right. Alma says Jacqueline is not showing that she's interesting. She needs to make stronger friends within the group. Agreed. Very much like what we see Jassy doing. We see Jassy becoming an individual in this group. I almost forgot that Jassy is friends with Mia because she really is independent from everyone else. She's having conversations with everyone else. All right, let me move on because I have a lot to say on a bunch of different things, okay? So as I said before, Wendy brings up that Jassy on the flight referenced Jacqueline being Mia's sidekick. Jacqueline says that there's no comparison between her and Jassy because she's known Mia since they were young girls. Oh, that same thing. Look. Toya says, I'm a Sagittarius. Fire sign. Of course. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Shout out to all the Sagittariuses, too. Okay? And the Leos. Okay? We love you all. See, for those that are listening to the podcast version of this, you can see the facial expressions. Okay? That's what you missed out on the visual version. Okay? Anyways, so they talk about that, and Jacqueline's just like, there is no comparison between the two. All right. So in the car with Mia and Karen, this is when Mia says that she doesn't think that Stacy is that interesting, and the other girls agree. She's just like, that Valley girl next door thing. She doesn't get it. She says she can't relate to that. We know some of us can't relate to you and your, I don't know what to your ratchet lifestyle right now. The husband and the boyfriend under the same roof. Like some of us can't relate to you. So for us, Stacy is refreshing. I think a lot of us can't relate to Mia. I say the good majority of us can't relate to Mia. But I get it because she's not over the top, because she's not in your face. Some people might consider that boring. But look, I don't need Stacy to come in hot, even though Stacy has come in hot a couple of times during the season. And we're only on episode 4. Okay? All right. Moving on from there. So Mia says that she's not that interesting, Stacy. Okay? So the women arrive to Mia's manor. And all the women get not individual, but like there are certain concierge that are allocated for different women. And they find out about this, and Giselle's like, yes, that's how I'm treated. And I was like, not this woman with the dilapidated house and the tacky clothes. That's not how you're treated. We know how your ex-husband treated you. Sorry. Giselle, I know producers in the network are trying to spin a different narrative of who you are this season. Even now I'm starting to think the issue between Giselle and Karen, was that just a pre-produced moment because producers and Karen and Giselle knew that they could get over it because they know it's not real? I'm kind of looking at their beef a little differently. I know we went in on Karen in regards to her. Why would you do this event at the same time? And now I'm looking at them like, I think they just did this to have that moment because they knew Giselle and Karen could be able to, play out that moment and get over that moment. Now I'm really starting to think that it wasn't real. And the way that Giselle has let this go, and I know Giselle's saying, I lost my father, so I'm not really holding on to beef like I used to. And I'm like, yeah, you're not changing that easily. Yes, death will change people and make you look at things differently. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, Giselle. I don't believe it. You're not convincing. You're not a good actress. I'm not convinced. I think this is a narrative that you're trying to spin this season, along with the network, along with production, and Karen has agreed to it. Okay. Just saying. Why did I go in a rant about Giselle? Because she said this is how Giselle is treated when she gets to the mansion, Mia's manor. The place looked nice. It looked cute. I think Mia did a good job with getting the place with a lot of different amenities and things like that. Fine. Okay. It's not her. It's production. Okay. So Karen, why was Karen so sour about about Dr. Wendy being treated, we're going to do this for Wendy's birthday. Wendy gets her own room. All the women are running around looking at their rooms. Why was Karen so sour about Wendy being celebrated? Oh, she says because every time they celebrate her birthday, things go awry and, they don't really celebrate her. Okay, but at least Wendy's your your friend, your alliance member on this show. So why are you so mad at her getting a moment? Speaking of the rooms, I don't understand. We don't do this on Beverly Hills. We didn't do this on OC. The fighting over the rooms is not entertaining anymore. It's not entertaining anymore. It's actually kind of silly. And I get it. You can't find spaces that have equal whatever. But I'm just like, Stacy was so refreshing when she came in and she didn't make a big deal about the bunk beds. But Keiarna was just like, why are y'all putting me in the bunk bed room? I see how Mia feels about me. And Mia's just like, oh, this is going to be girlfriend boot camp. So she's like hazing them. Like Mia is not a girl's girl. She's never been a girl's girl. She'll never be a girl's girl. Again, this could be production telling her to do that. We're gonna put the newbies in the room. And I love the fact that Stacy did not let that make her. It didn't shake her at all. It didn't shake her at all. Even Keiarna, though, I have to say, Keiarna didn't make a big deal about it, but she was just like, okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move these two beds together. She made the most of it. So I am actually impressed with Keiarna's response to the room situation as well. They both were like, okay, fine. She did say, I'm surprised that Stacy was okay with this, with her length, meaning her height. Like she's a tall woman. But she's like, I'm not gonna let you guys see me sweat. I loved it. It was perfect. And do I think that was true that she really wanted to have like a bunk bed situation ever since she was a kid? Could be. I don't know. But I like how she handled it. Wendy gets a special room in her honor. It's all decorated out. She's very happy about it. Karen is not happy about it. She's like, enough of this celebrating of Wendy. No. I mean, I do believe Karen was being somewhat facetious. However, I was like, Karen, of all the people to make a comment about celebrating Wendy, I didn't expect it to be you. But fine. So the ladies go to a group lunch, all right? They have their first group lunch at in this group trip, okay? And Jassy and Jacqueline fight over being a sidekick. And both Karen and Giselle are like, are they fighting over being me a sidekick? Yes, they are. I don't know why. Mia says that, her friends are going to be coming to dinner. And this is when Jacqueline says, I'm cordial with them. And then Mia brings up that she used to be in a group chat with one of them. And then she exited like theatrically from this group chat. Stacy has arrived at this particular point. And Stacy says, why did it seem like you have beef with everyone, a lot of people? And she's like, I don't have a beef with everyone. I was like, Stacy, you're right. Why does it seem like Jacqueline has beef with everybody? Well, then the beef between Karen and Jacqueline comes up. And Karen says that Jacqueline is not a friend. At one particular point in her confessional, Karen started to go off on Jacqueline. And then she switched it up real quick. I was like, what is going on? I forgot I called her some sort of heifer. And then she was just like, I was like, oh, okay. All right. You got some feelings there, Karen. So Karen is not happy with Jacqueline, as I mentioned before, because Jacqueline had brought up the whole, when she had spoken to Karen, she sounded a little tipsy. And Karen says, you were calling me for advice and I was being a friend to you. But Karen goes in. Like, Karen was mean. Don't you think that Karen was mean to Jacqueline? Look, I don't love Jacqueline. However, I felt for her because she started crying. And Karen was just like going in on her. She said she doesn't F with her. She said that Jacqueline is a liar and she doesn't F with her. I was like, damn, Karen. Like, even Giselle was like, she's coming across like a mean girl. Because she is being a mean girl. All right. And When Jacqueline starts crying, Karen's like, I don't give an F. Oh, okay. Okay, look, all right. That's how she really feels. Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. Amy says, Miss Jane Toussaint needs some new sorors. She has not changed in regards to Giselle. I mean, I'm not falling for it, but again, only time will tell. Only time will tell. And I'm not just talking about this season of Giselle. I'm talking about subsequent seasons. But we shall see. We shall see how the rest of the season plays out. Alma says that Karen seems colder this season. She probably because she's on the defensive. All right. Miss Bless says, I don't think Karen was being mean. Jacqueline is a liar, just like Mia. That's why they're friends. Look, I understand that Karen doesn't appreciate that Jacqueline ran and told Mia that she sounded drunk or tipsy on the phone. I'm sure I get why she wouldn't appreciate that, but the way that she came at Jacqueline, I was just like, oh. I was like, all right. Even Giselle was like, in that moment, she was like, Karen, I don't think that Jacqueline was coming from a bad place in what she said. She didn't say it the way you're making it seem. I have to agree with Giselle. In that moment, based on what we saw. Okay, remember, we're watching an edited show. All right, so poor Jacqueline is crying, and she has to share a room with Mia. Mia decided that she doesn't get her own room. Jassy gets her own room, but Jacqueline has to share a room with Mia. And Mia, in her confession, is like, well, Jacqueline's the baby. I got to make sure that she's fed at night. How do you guys feel about that? Is that weird? Is that strange? That is a little weird and strange. But they grew up with each other. They're like sisters that share boyfriends, allegedly. Oh, I don't know if I need to say allegedly. They've said it. Anyway, so Stacy's shown her room. As I said to you before, I loved how Stacy responded. She said, I've always wanted to do bunk beds. She showed excitement. And honestly, I did not see a crack. It didn't feel fake to me. It felt genuine. Like, oh. And then she's looking at the room and Keiarna, and she's like, if I'm going to share a room with anyone, I'm so happy to be sharing it with you, Keiarna. Even Keiarna's taken aback, like, oh, okay. I didn't think that she would have this response, especially, knowing her length, because she's tall. Okay. So then she's looking for a bathroom. Oh, sidebar. Speaking of the bathroom situation. So Karen and Giselle have to share a bathroom. Okay. I have to rewind the tape. I don't remember what season it was. It was a couple of seasons ago. When Robin and Giselle had to share a bathroom, they made the biggest stink about it. And wasn't Dr. Wendy hosting that event? Did they make the big stink because it was Dr. Wendy? Remember they made such a big stink about sharing a bathroom and sharing a room? Such a big stink. But all of a sudden, Giselle's like, I'm okay with sharing a bathroom with Karen. Karen is not happy about it. Karen's not happy about it because they have to share a toilet together, but they have their own vanities and they have to share a shower. But they made such a big stink. Regular Robin and Giselle back then. They made such a big stink about it. Just saying. Like, I literally thought about that moment. I was like, didn't Giselle have such a big issue with that back then? I mean, look, she's grown this season, remember? She's grown. Okay. Fine. Mrs. Kiki says Robin was on her lady time and didn't want to share with men. Okay. Danny says this trip is such an upgrade from Austin. Yeah. Kay says, this is why I'm not giving Giselle grace. I'm not fooled by this new act. I'm not fooled by it, but I'm keeping an open mind. But I will be pointing it out. Oh, Forever Tyranny says, so the real problem was regular Robin. I'm adding the regular part. If you follow me on Twitter, I said, I'm kind of missing regular Robin, especially with the Ashley of it all. Ashley's just becoming really annoying. I mean, she's always been annoying, but she really was annoying me in this episode. All right, so Karen and Stacy have their own conversation. And look, I have to say, Stacy seems like she's a little heartbroken over her divorce. I'm wondering who decided on this divorce. She said that her and her ex grew apart, but I wonder who decided to file for divorce because she seems a little heartbroken over this man. She's like, I'm so happy to be with this man, to be with my husband and my daughter, but she's concerned because as they come closer to mediation, she's like, now I have to tell my daughter. So they have not told her daughter in regards to the divorce just yet. So Karen uses this moment instead of, being woo woo woo, Stacy. She did give her a little bit of a woo woo, and she's like, okay, I got to transition. They're producing in front of her eyes. She's just like, so some of the ladies in the group think that you're boring. And she's like, who? She's like, who thinks that I'm boring? And that's when we get this. I have to say, Stacy, when people say Stacy's boring, like this confessional alone made me kiki. She says that they're not used to, she's like, she doesn't use her success to divide people. And then they flash back to when she was on QVC. Stacy, would you go back to QVC? Stacy, do you have your own business? Like, what are you doing now for work? And if you don't have your own business, I think you should. On TikTok Shop, because that's turned into QVC, but QVC is on TikTok Shop. Can't you work remotely? I'm working on Stacy getting another job because she's getting a divorce. I don't know what her money situation is, but she has a great TV personality, meaning not just for reality television. I could see her on TikTok Shop selling something. Stacy, can you work remote for QVC and do that, like their selling of their Christmas stuff? Look, I'm getting you a job. She is really good at it. Honestly, I wanted to work for QVC. Not really. I never applied. But I thought I'd be good at it. And some people told me I'd be good at it too. I would love to sell a little something. I think it would be funny and fun. Plus, I like QVC. I've ordered a few things from QVC. Have you ever ordered food from QVC? QVC has some good food, y'all. But they have some other good products as well. I like me a QVC. I don't remember if I've ever seen... I probably didn't realize it because I don't really pay attention to the talent on QVC, but I could see Stacy still doing that. Get back into it, Stacy. Why did you leave QVC? Did they fire you? Oh, I'm playing. I was doing a Giselle moment. Why did you leave QVC? Because of your divorce? Is that why you left QVC? Why am I whispering? Because I don't want anyone to know. Just in case you got fired. Did you? But either way, no, she can't go for work for HSN because that's owned by QVC now, or vice versa. But you could go work for TikTok. They've turned into a QVC. I'm just saying, Stacy, if you haven't thought about the product that you want to do, I think first of all, you'd be great at selling other people's products. Come on. I think you'd be perfect at selling other people's products. I don't have a product for you to sell, but I think you'd be great at it. So she's like, she doesn't use her success to divide women. All right. She says that she knows that it's alien to these women, that she's out of this world with positivity and light. Then they play the alien music and she's like, come to my planet. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Come to my planet. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord, I got to move my little thing. And the thing, she looks directly at us in the camera. They're playing the alien music, and she's like, come to my planet. I was a little creeped out. A little bit. But it was perfect. It was perfect for her. That's why I say, y'all say she's boring. No. She is maybe not your cup of tea, but she is far from boring. She is far from boring. Oh, I didn't know Shannon Bedore has food on QVC? No. I order from people that have a long-standing relationship with QVC. I didn't order any housewife stuff from QVC. I haven't ordered from QVC in a long time, though, but they have some good stuff. Oh, see, Allison said that she was great on QVC. I can see it. Anyway, we have digressed. I say all that to say, Stacy's just like, they're just not used to my positivity. Let's get to the boat trip. So they get on the boat trip, okay? Stacy, Jassy, and Keiarna are having, because the boat is fairly big, so they're on one side and they're having their own conversation. And this is where Keiarna talks about her issues with Ashley. And that's when we find out that Deborah, you remember Deborah, that DC pressed their own charges, and of course, Keiarna is suing Deborah as well. All right. So they're just waiting for the court date in regards to that. And of course, they flash back to what Ashley said at the reunion, where Ashley apologized. And Ashley's apology didn't feel genuine, but we also heard what Keiarna said. Keiarna says that she's the queen of the aftermath apology. Okay? Just saying. Let me take a sip because I'm parched. So they're having their own little conversation. And honestly, as I'm watching Keiarna, Stacy, and Jassy have a conversation, first I'm like, beautiful women. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the future of Real Housewives of Potomac. I like that none of them, they're all in this new position. I don't know at this particular point if they knew if they were full-time, part-time, whatever it may be, but it didn't feel competitive. And I was like, this is refreshing because we see so many of these new housewives come on these shows and they feel like they got to do all of this. And I don't feel like that's what they were doing. I feel like they were really trying to get to know each other. All right. So they're having that conversation. Mia discusses her issues with Gordon. Ashley brought up, also, was that where you guys are all under the same roof? So Ink was in the house and Gordon was in the house. So this is where Mia talked about Gordon's overspending. Giselle is just like, when Mia's talking about this situation with Ink and Gordon being under the same roof, she's like, I'm confused. So if I'm confused, I know the children are confused. I mean, that's true. Look, you may not like Giselle, but she was making some valid points. Because I know we're all watching this Ink and Mia and Gordon situation just like, how does this work? Does this work? Is this healthy? I don't think it is. Because Mia has not been able to explain it to us in a way that seems healthy. So then Mia decides to bring up Gordon's overspending. And then they flash back to when he was talking about getting Mia a G-Wagon. Okay. Look, okay. And it seems like the group feels for Gordon because she's like, he's on his medication. And, Gordon had a couple of moments. After they decided they were going to separate and get a divorce. And he was in all the inboxes of whoever would listen. He was on TMZ. And she said that there were a few moments in their marriage where she had to step in and basically save them financially. Do you believe that? I can't believe anything that comes out of Mia's mouth, so I don't know if that's even true. But Gordon rides along with this. He doesn't really come out and say she's lying. I mean, he will. So I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see how that all plays out. So Stacy's talking with the other ladies, and she brings up the whole Ashley talking about her friend TJ. Okay. Ashley overhears her and she confronts Stacy about saying that. She's like, that's not what I said. I said that you had a new friend. Come on. Let's not talk semantics here. We knew what it was. She's talking about being upset over her marriage. And Giselle's like, why are you upset? I was ready to get a divorce, whatever. When my divorce happened, I was ready to move on. I was happy. And Ashley chimes in and says, well, she has a new friend. And Giselle's like, oh, so you have a new friend. So this is why you're not, this is why your situation is not that bad with your husband. New friend. We know what Ashley meant. Just because you used the word friend didn't mean that we didn't, as an audience, and Giselle in that moment didn't understand what you meant. We understand completely what you meant. When you said new friend, you were insinuating a friend with benefits, a friend that she sleeps with, a friend that might be a boyfriend. Now you're trying to play all innocent, Ashley, when we all knew what you meant. Okay. But Stacy does take accountability. She said, maybe I overreacted, but I didn't like the way that you reduced that relationship. Okay. Stacy then talks about how she's not sleeping with TJ. Giselle says, like, I was married to the man that believes in the Lord, and there was a whole lot of sex going on. Giselle, every time I hear it, if you follow me on socials, I mentioned it on socials, but every time I hear Giselle say that, because I've heard it in the preview, then I heard it last night, then I watched it again today, and I'm saying to myself, Giselle, we know you were married to Pastor Jamal Bryant, and we know that there was a whole lot of sex going on. It's just that the sex wasn't all with you. Come on. Look, hold on. Yes, we know that there was a whole lot of sex happening in that relationship. However, it just was not with you. Woo, woo, woo. Look, just saying. Just saying. Giselle. So Stacy also confronts the group about calling her boring. And Wendy threw Mia under the bus. I think it was Mia that said that you were boring. She's like, I said you weren't that interesting. Girl. Girl, really? So at least if you're going to say something, at least stand on it. Because Stacy called her out. She's like, well, you were greeting me and loving me. I'm like, that's Mia, because Mia be lying. She'd be lying, and then all of a sudden she doesn't remember. All of a sudden she doesn't remember. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. How would you rate this week's episode from 1 to 10? I have to say, after watching it last night, I said to myself, I was like, this was actually not a bad episode. This was actually a good episode. I would probably give this an 8.5. Maybe a 9. But no, I'm going to stay at 8.5. 8.5. I thought it was a good episode. And I have to say, the newbies are bringing it. I don't know how I feel about this whole desperate side that we're seeing of Jacqueline. Sidebar, there was a side conversation because at one particular point when Jassy and Jacqueline were fighting at the lunch, Jassy says, Jacqueline is cute from the head down, from the neck up. And then she apologized later. I was like, I wasn't trying to talk about your body. I didn't, well, you didn't like my outfit? And she's like, yeah, I don't like this outfit. She's like, well, this is my airport outfit. Oh, Jacqueline. Like, what is going on? Mia's representative right now. Exactly. Miss Bless says, thank you for the super chat, Miss Bless. Miss Bless says, why are people so upset that Stacy isn't having sex? I don't know. Look, I don't know. Like, why do they care? It's not like she's saying I'm not having sex because of some weird reason. She's just like, I'm literally with a man that's very religious. And Giselle, your example of Jamal is not a great example because that's a pastor with how many side babies? Come on, that is not a great example. Please. So see your way out of this conversation. I don't know why it's a big deal. I already told you guys. Look at Lenny Kravitz and who else said that they're celibate? Maya. They seem to be glowing from being celibate. So there might be something about being celibate. Just saying. And look, so far I'm loving Stacy, so maybe being celibate. Who was it? Ashley that said that she doesn't believe? Oh no, Mia said that she didn't believe that Stacy was actually celibate and that they weren't sleeping together. I mean, here's the thing. If you pay attention to the conversation that TJ and Stacy had, it seems as if she doesn't want this relationship to come across like a relationship because she's still married during filming. I think she wants to play this whole we're friends, but we're interested in each other. So she doesn't want to make it seem like they're sleeping with each other while she's still married. So think about that element. She's still married. So she doesn't want to say that she's sleeping with this person on the show. And that might be closer to the truth. But then we saw that scene with TJ and we said, no, we believe they're not sleeping with each other. Hey, Joe. Joe says, as a celibate person, it is a great thing. Okay. Who else is celibate in the chat? Let me know. If you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let me know as well. Are you celibate too? Guys, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to Los Angeles. Who's gotten your tickets? How come you haven't gotten your tickets? It's less than a month away. We'll be there November 20th. I'll be in LA for the Kempire After Dark live experience. And then we're coming to London December 8th. Have you gotten your tickets for that? We are working on some other special things while I'm in London, so stay tuned for those details. Make sure you're followed and make sure you're following and that you are have your notifications on for that. And Then we're coming back to DC. We'll be coming back to Union Stage in DC on January 24th. Get your tickets today. More information on all 3 shows will be available in the description, along with our sponsor of today, Uncommon Goods. Holidays are right around the corner, y'all. I just had like a little, not a panic attack, but I had like oh my God, it's November? I got to start decorating because I'm busy too. And I'm not wanting to decorate too early, but I'm always like traveling and doing stuff around Thanksgiving or in the month of November and December. I'm like, I don't have time to decorate. Damn. Mama Allie says, I'm married, so I'm celibate. Kidding. Oh, wait. Wendy says, I'm abstaining, not celibate. There's a difference. Wait. Explain that difference to me. Oh, wait, let me drop the call link for members. Members, I'm going to drop the call link for you guys because I need to know. Wait, what is that? What's the difference? I don't know what to look. I don't know that. Hold on. Let me drop the call link. Let me drop the call link. Guys, we are also still celebrating 500,000 subscribers. If you're a new subscriber, be sure to let us know. And let us know how long you've been watching. Like, how many subscribers did we have when you first started watching the channel? As you know, we don't just talk about housewives here on the channel. We talk about everything in pop culture. So be sure to check out some of the stories that you might have missed in the last week and subscribe to the Kempire podcast while you're there. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. It would be a fantastic gift if we got to 1,000 reviews on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Just saying, we got thousands of you listening, so why not? Okay. All right. Let me drop the call-in link for our members first. So if you are a member of the channel, it is a members-only live chat today, but I'm going to drop this on the community tab for all members at the same time. Normally, we drop for our senior royals first, but, it's Members Day, okay, in celebration of 500,000 subscribers. So if you're a member, we drop the community, the link on the community tab. Shout out to those of you that are becoming members today. Become a member today just by clicking the button below the video, or head on over to teamkempire.com/join. All right. Oh, Paula says, I started watching you when you were at 80,000. Wow. Okay. NYC MP says, celibacy is more permanent, Val. Oh, wait a minute. Really? Is that it? Oh, Kay says, I'm abstaining because unfortunately I'm attracted to men and they're a headache. Y'all are hilarious. Tish says, TJ ain't that religious, even entertaining a relationship with a married woman. Well, you got a point. And maybe that's why he didn't want to show affection to her on camera. Damn. This is so interesting to me. All right. I lost my my call-in window. There we go. All right. So if you remember, we dropped the call link for you guys on the community tab. But live chat for those that are watching in the bushes. Those of you that are watching in the bushes that may not be members, once we get to 600 likes, I will drop the call-in link for the general audience. So everyone will have an opportunity to call in. And yes, there will be some sort of 500K celebration. I just haven't decided when, where, or who, what, where. There we go. Tasman says, well, child, I guess I'm quote, abstaining too. Y'all are a mess in this live chat right now. Y'all are a mess. All right. So let's talk about this group dinner. I'm taking my time with this today, y'all. I have a little bit of time. I want to take my time. Okay. So they get off the boat and they sit down. As mentioned before, Mia invited some of her friends to join them. Ashley's like, oh, I like being around a bunch of bad B words. Okay, girl. So we meet Mia's friends. She had an interesting mix of friends. I would have thought different friends, to be honest with you. Okay. At this group dinner, though, Giselle decides to confront Karen about her event versus the GNA event and things like that. Okay. Thank you so much, Adrian. Hey, Adrian. Virgos. What's up, Virgos? Love Adrian. Adrian's been to both of my live shows here in New York City. All right. And a fantastic real estate agent. All right. Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat. Bianca says, I do Ratchet Night bi-weekly and watch Zeus shows. Don't judge me. Mia reminds me of Jocelyn and Natalie Nunn. Treat the girls. Very pimp. I run you toxicity. I'm not judging you, Bianca, because I actually had a thought about that this week. I wonder how many people are watching Zeus and not admitting it. Just saying. Anyway, so we meet the ladies, and Giselle decides that this is the moment she wants to confront Karen, because as she had in her conversation with Wendy, she was just like, I'm going to do this before Wendy's birthday. Okay, Giselle's going to leave the group overnight because the girls are getting their cap and gown. Okay, her twins. Karen says that she wanted her friends with her that day as well. And she said she did everything she could to make sure that the ladies could attend both events. And Giselle says, I asked you, when was this event? And they flash back. Karen in this moment is like, I told you I didn't know when the event was. You did. You knew it was the day of. You kept on pretending like you didn't know the time. Again, I'm not sure. On this week's episode, I feel as if these two women being OGs and literally watching them on the boat, that's when I had the aha. I'm looking at them like, these OGs versus the newbies is so interesting. It's an interesting dynamic on how they navigate these scenes. It's not as obvious it's pre-produced as some of the other housewives that we see like on Real Housewives of New York, but they're definitely pre-producing. And now I'm starting to think that this, same event, same day thing might be just a storyline that they pre-produced. Because Giselle's like, because normally if Giselle was really upset, I just don't feel like she would have moved on so quickly. Like in this moment, Giselle is looking like the adult. Not saying that it's impossible, but I'm not convinced anymore. I'm like, I think they pre-planned this fight because so many fans say that they love the frenemy relationship between Giselle and Karen. But I feel like in real life, if Karen disrespected something that was related to Giselle's children or father, it would have been different. But because Giselle knows that this is a pre-produced thing, she's not that offended. And this scene is going to make, because you already know, we all were like, no, this was wrong, Karen. Karen's getting the villain edit this season. And she might be okay with that because it's pre-planned. Because next season, it's going to be, she will literally, don't be surprised if next season they say in her intro, her tagline, she's going to mention she's the eighth world wonder, as she mentioned in this week's episode. I don't believe it. I don't believe it anymore. And I'm not saying it's impossible for Giselle to be mature and maybe because her father's past. I'm not saying that's impossible. I just don't believe it, especially after this week's episode and how quickly they moved on from this. But Karen says that, I tried to do everything in my power to make sure that the girls were able to attend both events. Mind you, Karen ended up not attending the event. Keiarna didn't attend the event. Dr. Wendy Acefo didn't attend the event. So you didn't do anything. And we still believe that this was a PR stunt to distract from your 9 citations. Oh, I thought you guys thought that I forgot. I did not. G&A, did you guys develop the 9 citation sweatshirt yet? I'm ready to buy. I'm ready to buy. Okay? All right. So then Mia goes to her friends. How about you guys tell like a cute story about me? And everyone's like, about you? Oh, okay. Is that what we're doing? Her one friend tells like, oh yeah, there was this one time that Ink put her feet in his mouth. So she retells the story in her confessional that they were on a yacht somewhere. Okay. And he put he randomly picked up her feet and put his feet in her mouth at the dinner table. Oh, wait, you know what I forgot to mention? Because, last week I mentioned, like, not Ashley putting her bunions, her foot, her shoe on Stacy's counter. Stacy, in her back and forth with Ashley, mentioned it. I was like, all right, this is what I like to see. Because we all thought it. We mentioned it last week. But anyways. So, Ink putting her foot in his mouth, and we've seen those feet. Look, I'm like, why is that the story, your friend, interesting story about Mia that you wanted to tell? Do you feel like this was pre-planned? Do you think that Mia's like, you're going to tell this story so that I can bring it up? Because if I'm going to tell a story about one of my friends, that's not the one I'm going to bring up. Right? Right? Ariana says, just got back from voting. Guys, I did my early voting. Early voting has started in many states, including New York City. It started over the weekend. I voted yesterday. Yay. If you follow me on social, you saw I posted. Don't forget to get out and vote. Your vote is very important. Make sure you're still registered too. Check your voter registration at vote.org if you're in New York City. If you want to find out where your voting poll is, because it's not normally where you normally vote if you're voting early, go to nycvote.org. nycvote.org. Okay. Exactly. Adrian says the toast story was so unnecessary, but I feel like it was planned because if I'm talking about my friend, someone I consider a real friend, even if there was a weird story like that, I'm not bringing that up. I'm not bringing that up. That was weird. That was strange to me. And then she's like, kind of embarrassing, I guess. Okay, Mia. All right. So another friend talks about how long she's known Mia. She's like, I was there when Mia was planning her wedding to Gordon, blah, 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 blah. Fine. Jacqueline, this is where you lost me, Jacqueline, because why not let this woman have her moment? But clearly, this might be the woman that she was having the issues with that Mia alluded to. And she was like, well, I've known Mia since way before that, when she had this on her car and blah, blah. I'm like, Jacqueline, this is just desperate and pick me and sad. Adrian said, I voted this morning, all of 10 minutes done and done. Me too. It was quick for me. I wasn't sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but it's early voting. So just saying. Daphne says, I voted Friday. Love it. Love it. Gigi said, Holy Ghost fire, those Mia feet. Adrian says, voted Saturday in the Bronx. Love it. Love it. Love it, guys. Love that you guys are voting. Oh, yeah, we have 600 likes. I'm going to drop the call link. First, Miss Bless, thank you so much for another super chat. It says, if the story was about Mia, how did it turn to Karen? Well, because Mia is producing this season. Mia and maybe another producer are producing this season. She was sitting on that. Because remember, the women that were attending, Karen hung out with one of the other women and Mia, which she talked about when the women first arrived. Okay? So that's how it turned into a conversation with not just about Mia into Karen. So we're going to get there. So Jacqueline decides to jump in like, oh, I've known Mia. Like, we are not asking about you, Jacqueline. Like, what is the desperateness that's happening right now? You're already in Jacqueline's bedroom. Not Jacqueline. You're already in Mia's bedroom. You guys are tight. We know you're tight. She's so insecure. It's weird. What's her sign? Lola, what's her sign? Does anyone know? Now I understand why a lot of people did not like Jacqueline. And I was like, I'm okay with Jacqueline. I like the fact that Jacqueline and Mia have a long history, so it makes sense. It feels natural, unlike some of these Johnny-come-latelys that we see. So I thought that was interesting. But then it turns from Mia's like, I have a funny story that I want to tell. So I hung out with, I forgot her friend's name, and Karen. And when Karen left, she butt dialed us. And then the friend was like, oh, yeah, she butt dialed us. It felt so pre-planned and pre-produced. And apparently Karen must have butt dialed them. And she's like, those girls think I'm with Ray. Look, I think at this particular point, we already know that Karen and Ray have an arrangement. That's their business. If they don't want to share it on the show, that's fine. You don't have to share every single part of your life on the show. Right, Mia? Just saying. And I know people are thinking, Mia shares everything on the show. Does she? Just saying. So I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. And I'm sure Karen will have some sort of response that she was with a friend or someone. No, Karen was probably with her new man and not Mr. Blue Eyes. I think her and Mr. Blue Eyes broke up. Maybe that's why she was so heartbroken that night. Just saying. Just saying. All right, let me drop the call-in link for the live chat. Guys, how would you rate this week's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac? How would you rate it? We're dropping the call-in link for the live chat as well, so the general audience will have access to call in, but you please respect the timer. If you do not respect the timer, I would just be cutting you off, okay? Please respect the timer so that everyone can share their opinions. You know we try to get to everyone when they call in, all right? Shout out to those of you that have sent in Super Chats. We appreciate your support. Shout out to those of you that sent. I didn't even realize it. I went to my Venmo the other day, and I was like, oh, I got a little coin in here. Thank you guys so much for sending coin to the Venmo and the Cash App. I like it when I open those things. I barely open them. I don't really use those things. But I appreciate the coin. Thank you. And that way we beat the middleman. Here on YouTube, the Super Chats, they take a little percentage. Not a little. They a good percentage. So thank you so much for the Cash Apps, the Venmos, the PayPals. The PayPal, I appreciate that. I see that after the live, but I appreciate the support. But you don't have to support with cash. You can also support by just liking the video, sharing the video, or heading over to the Kempire podcast and giving us a 5-star review. All right? More information on everything Kempire, including our merchandise, will be available in the description. And our tour dates, all right? All right, let me close this out so I can get to the callers. All right, we got a long line of people already backstage. All right, so let me get to the call. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch and Twitter and here on TikTok. We appreciate you guys, and of course, thank you to everyone watching on Facebook. We got a large community on Facebook as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to our Facebook, TheKempire or Kempire Daily on Facebook as well. All right. Shut up. Nita says that Jacqueline is a Taurus. Why do they keep doing this to us? Jacqueline is not a Taurus. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. She's not a Taurus. All right. Let me get to the callers because I know the callers have opinions. Trey is backstage. We're going to bring Trey up first. Trey, thank you so much for being a member. What's going on?
Hey, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello, everyone. I just want to first start off. I know I'm on a time limit. Congratulations on the 500K.
Thank you.
A round of applause for you. I've been watching you, I think when you were like at 100 or so subscribers, like 100,000. And you are one of the YouTubers that are like my go-to, like absolutely.
Thank you.
But let's just get into everything. So first of all, Giselle, I see you taking up for the girls, telling Giselle she's a mean girl, showing how much you care for the other woman's feelings. This is Giselle from season 1 that I thought I fell in love with. I really did, but season 2 to 8 will never, ever be erased from my mind, and it literally has shown her true colors. Jacqueline needs to stop being a Mia Bush, but we know she won't. She got up to tell that grand story of who she is so Karen can ultimately back her in a corner and make her cry.
Yeah.
There's no way Karen would have gotten out of that with me. I would have simply just brought up her 9 citations and simply would have asked, why is the Grand Dame of Potomac drinking Stella Rose? That is a lot that's left out of the conversation with your 9 citations. And can I say I love Stacy and her quirky sense of humor, and Jacqueline, she has a weird obsession with Mia, and Mia, she gagged me at the end. Love you, Kempire. Love everyone else. Have a wonderful Monday.
Thank you. You too. Take care, Trey.
Thanks.
Bye. All right, Toy, we're going to bring up next. Toy, what did you want to share in regards to Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hi, Kempire. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations on 500K.
Thank you.
I think I started when you were maybe shy of 200, but nice to see your growth and congrats again. I want to say I'm Dr. Wendy when it's my birthday, honey. And I thought it was really nice for Mia to decorate her room or have her room decorated. That was very sweet regarding their past. Jacqueline is giving pick me, so is Jassy. I don't like Jacqueline on the show.
Yeah.
To me, it's too many women. I feel like it's too many women. I do like Stacy. She is cool. Giselle, she's still surprising me. And Karen, girl, you're going to be fighting for your life all season long.
Up until the reunion.
If the case is resolved, will it be? Probably not. I don't know.
Sad.
I don't know.
Sad.
Are you going to talk about Love is Blind, Kempire?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Maybe after the reunion. But we'll probably do like an informal live, not like one like this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll call in. All right. Thanks, Kempire.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, perfect timing. I will say this though, in regards to Love Is Blind, like the what you call it, the weddings. It felt. I mean, I was happy for the people that got married, but then I was like, oh damn, we only had two people get married. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a separate live. We got O'Shea backstage. O'Shea, what did you want to share in regards to the Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't remember when I'm here from, though. Maybe 120, 130, somewhere around then.
Okay.
Um, so my thing about Stacy is not that she's Stella, but it's that the boyfriend doesn't like her, and I need her to. It's okay. We only saw the one scene, but it was uncomfortable to watch. I feel like if you are in that sort of situation, the guy should be chasing behind you,
Hmm.
not like in 2 meters away from you. I don't know. That dynamic is weird. And I think Giselle needs to return back to her old ways. It's really, I think, the only way to get people moving. No one, I
Hmm.
mean, no one will hold Karen accountable, and Ashley is too weak. The rest of the cast are being pick-me's. And Mia's storyline is very, it's not something I think that should be carrying the season. If Karen is not going to talk about about the DUI thing, we're
Hmm.
just going to be talking about Mia and the kids and that whole thing, and it's a bit odd to
Yeah.
watch. So I think Giselle, please return to your messy ways and instigate problems amongst these people. At least that's somewhat interesting to watch. But yeah, but thanks,
All
thanks,
right.
Kempa.
Thanks, O'Shea. Bye. Perfect timing, everyone. All right. All right. We're going to continue getting into the calls because we do have a long line. Shout out to the callers that have been respecting the timer. We appreciate you guys. We're going to bring up Delon next. Delon, what did you want to share in regards to the Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you, Delon?
I'm good. Congratulations on 500,000
Thank you.
subscribers. I think
Thank
I've
you.
been here like 100 to 200K. Been
Okay.
here for a good minute.
Okay.
But I'm indifferent with Karen on Jacqueline, the lashing she gave her. I think Jacqueline deserved that because if she didn't tell Mia, Mia wouldn't have brought it up.
Mm.
So um, I think they're both to blame for that. That was just weird. Mia is just producing a lot. They really want her to be that girl that she really isn't.
Yeah.
And I'm getting tired. It's kind of tuning me out, low key.
So too much
But
focus on Mia is turning you off.
yes, it is because Mia is not that interesting. They're trying to force her on us. And the storyline is just kind of disgusting in my opinion.
Cringy.
But Jacqueline will never not be Mia's sidekick. You came on being her sidekick, and now you're back being her sidekick. So, and you're arguing about being a sidekick. So, girl, you're the sidekick. And then, Stacy, she's just that girl I told y'all last week. She's my favorite. And
Okay.
you have a good rest of your
You
day.
too, Delon. Thank you so much for calling in. That's a really interesting point because it makes me wonder if. Shout out to those of you that are watching in the live chat and those that are watching the replay. Be sure to let me know. Do you think the focus on Mia and her storyline, which is cringy, there are a lot of cringy elements to it because when you think about the kids aspect of it, is that turning you off? Is that something you don't want to see? Are they focusing too much on her as a storyline? I'm just saying. All right. All right. I'm seeing a bunch of familiar faces backstage. Hold on. All right. Let me bring up Daphne next. Daphne, what did you want to share in regards to the Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hi, Kempire. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. One of the things that I noticed is that, okay, of course, with the promo picture for Potomac, you see Mia in the center. And from her Carlos King interview, she said the color of her dress was an accident, but she's still the center. And I
Yes.
just find it interesting how there's all this, her personal life is out there as cringy as it is, and then also now we're bringing different friends from everywhere where they're like, oh yeah, well, I knew Mia here and Mia there. So it's, I don't know, this season so far seems like Mia is the center of everything.
Yeah.
So I find that interesting. And the other thing I wanted to bring up is, I don't know if you noticed, but on the boat, when it came up that someone in the people in the group were saying that Stacy, whom I love, was boring.
Yeah.
And she asked, who is that? Karen kept on bumping Mia and kind of like doing the side eye. And her head like Mia. And Karen was in such a good mood suddenly
Mm.
during that part because now she gets to throw other people under the bus. So I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but I sure did.
Yeah, there's a lot of self-producing happening this season.
Yep. And that's it. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, Stephanie. Take care. All right, we're going to bring up Wendy next. Wendy's going to explain to us abstinence versus celibacy.
Hey, Kempire, how you
Oh,
doing?
well, how are you?
I'm fine. Congratulations on 500K.
Thank you.
I was following you before 100K, so I saw every milestone.
Thank you.
So congratulations. Okay, first, okay, Karen's gonna be this season's villain. I've already like, okay, uh, okay, Stacy's man. Okay, Stacy, you're a beard, so he's working for the other team. So that's all I gotta say. The difference between being abstinent, abstaining, and celibacy. If you think about nuns, nuns are celibate. They're not ever going to have sex. They're not. They're not. So if you're saying that you never want to have sex, then you're gonna be celibate. But if
Okay.
you're saying, look, I'm just holding off for a while, you're abstaining. That's the difference. I'm never
Oh.
giving up sex. So you basically giving up sex when you're celibate. That's why I was like, Lenny Kravitz, you're using that term out of context. Because if somebody as fine as you should not be giving that up.
Right?
So yeah, so that is the difference between abstaining and being celibate. You just when you saying you're celibate, you're vowing that you're never having sex again, entertaining that. So
Thank you for
that's what I
clarifying that.
mean.
Because I really was like, what's the difference? But all right, but you're right. So abstaining.
Yes. So you have a great one.
You too, Wendy. Thank you for calling in. Bye. All right. We're going to bring up Lee next. Lee, what did you want to share? Happy Scorpio season, Lee.
Thank you so much.
When's your
And
birthday?
congrats to you on 500K.
Thank you.
I really want to say I got here around mid 300s.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just been really great seeing you flourish. And
Thank you.
especially, I work in marketing and I'm aspiring content creator. So I literally love seeing the quality of work that you put out.
Thank you.
So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Very much an inspiration. So, what I want to say about this week's episode is I'm really liking the new girls. And I can see next year maybe them moving some people down or out to make room for the new girls, Jassy, Kiarna, and Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
People are kind of comparing Stacy to Kenya. I don't see it. She is so positive. And yes, she does have this wonky relationship going on. But honestly, she hasn't dated in a while. She hasn't dated in what, like 14,
16.
15 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time. So it's normal for her to, find her footing. And if that means dating a dud, then that means dating a dud, So yeah, that's not really all I had to say. Oh, also, Mia's a liar. So why are we, what?
I
Am
wasn't
I
ready for
missing
that.
something? Like, why are we even listening to any of her stories? Like, they're stories.
Yeah.
But that's all I had to say.
Good point.
Congrats again.
Thank you. Take care. When's your birthday?
November 21st, on the last day of the Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Happy early birthday.
Thank you so much. Talk soon.
Bye. Speaking of November 21st, don't forget November 20th, we'll be coming to Los Angeles for the Kempire After Dark live experience at the Bourbon Room. All right. So make sure you get your tickets if you haven't gotten your tickets already. More information on that show, our London show in December, and we're coming back to DC. So there's going to be a lot to unpack and talk about in regards to Real Housewives of Potomac when I come to DC. DC, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. Go get your tickets today. More information, again, on that and so much more is available in the description. All right. Kara's backstage. We're going to bring Kara up next. Kara, what did you want to share in regards to Potomac?
Hi. One thing, congratulations
Thank
again
you.
on 500K. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I wanted to let you know you remind me a lot of Wendy and Oprah, like a mix between the two of them.
Ooh, thank you.
And I know Oprah gets a lot of flack, but I'm old. She was very groundbreaking in the way that she could reach people.
Yeah.
She wasn't supposed to be able to reach people. People weren't supposed to be listening to her, larger Black woman. And she had that ability, and I think you have that same ability.
Thank you.
And I hope that you gain that income and possibly a Stedman as well.
Oh, yes. Come on, Stedman. Give me my Stedman. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Kara.
So I'm gonna go through my list. Giselle, I feel like Giselle's just there so she doesn't get fined. Um, Karen, this episode lacked humility. She didn't really turn me off with the going off on Jacqueline, but I think that was because she was there for Jacqueline last season when she had a falling out with Mia, and so she really felt disrespected by her actions, and she felt like there should have been some loyalty with that. So I kind of get it, even
Okay.
though it was harsh. Stacy cracked me up with the bunk beds. I was like that as a kid. I wanted some bunk beds, got some bunk beds for my kids.
Aw.
They didn't appreciate it.
Oh.
I'm like, hello, bunk beds are, the thing. So I get why she was legitimately excited. Mia, I think I think she talked about some childhood trauma, and she reminds me a lot of Bren. I think with childhood trauma, people view other people as disposable. And forgive me, I'm an Aquarius. I like pick people apart psychologically. So that's my thought on her.
Okay. All right, Kyra. Thank you so much for calling in and your wise words.
Thank you. No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Take care. Speaking of bunk beds, I forgot to even tell my story about bunk beds. I had bunk beds as a kid, and I remember thinking that it was a cool thing to have. Look, those bunk beds weren't as cute as my bunk bed. My bunk bed was like wood. It was nice. All right. But the cool thing about bunk beds, I think, is if you had bunk beds that you didn't have to share. You know what I mean? Like I had to share my bunk bed. So I just feel like if you had your own room and a bunk bed where you had your bed at the top and then maybe at the bottom you had like your little desk area, like that would have been even cooler. But I had two other brothers. Just saying. So I had to share space. All right. Ellie's backstage. Excuse me. Or Eli. I think it's Eli. Eli?
Hey, Kempire.
Hey.
I just want to say congratulations, first of all, for 500K. That's an amazing thing.
Thank you.
And I love to see your commitment and devotion to the work that you do.
Thank you.
And then when it comes to Potomac, I'm actually really liking it this season. I think that this is what it needed compared to last season, which was terrible down the drain. So I think that this is a good change. I think Ashley is annoying. Honestly, Ashley's annoying and her hypocrisy is annoying. Like, get out of Stacey's life because you don't have really that much of an interesting one. That's what it seems like. Because I feel like she's all up in in Stacey's business, not liking that. And Jacqueline is a try hard. Like I feel like you could see, even though obviously they don't talk about it directly, you can see the competition between Jazzy and her for the flute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can tell that really, like Jacqueline was trying real hard to get that flute, and unfortunately she didn't. But because I don't think she would have done well, to be honest. I think she's trying way too hard to be like the housewife, and it's just not working. It's not like translating. But I think this season is great. Karen also, when she came at her like that, I feel like partially she was trying to make a scene. Like I feel like sometimes in moments you can see housewives trying to make, like with the dramatic music, like they want that. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's what that was. But overall, I love it. Stacey's amazing. And I feel like, yeah, and I don't even think about Candace and Robin that much, although I love Candace. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
I think
So
that's
yeah.
honest. Thank you, Eli, for calling in.
Oh, thank you for giving me this chance.
Of course. Take care.
Take-
All right. Oops, sorry. All right. We have quite a few people backstage, so I'm gonna try and get to everyone, guys. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. But if you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts on this episode, on the season so far. It's only been 4 episodes, so not bad. I'm still interested. I'm still interested in the season. Thank you guys so much for 700 likes. We have quite a few people still watching, so don't forget to keep liking the video. It's easy. It's free. Let's get to 1,000 likes, all right? And if you're watching the replay, don't forget to like as well. All right, let's bring up Kiki as well. Kiki, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. I had a little bit of feedback, but now it's better. What's going on, Kiki?
Hi, Kempire. By the way, I first came across your YouTube and during the pandemic. Then I was based in Nigeria, and oh my God, you saw me through tough days. But
Wow.
I'm not happy with you, Kempire. You need to come to Toronto. Why are you going to LA and all these places? We need you here.
It's not that easy, but I
Okay.
would love to come to Toronto. I would love to come to a
Please,
lot of places.
yeah, you have a whole community here, so you need to come.
Okay.
And oh my God, what is happening on these YouTube streets? Like, we need a real content creators on YouTube. I'm
They're not that interesting, no.
No, but the whole bourbon room and you going there and me watching other YouTubers, it seems like there's a lot that was going down this weekend. But yeah, that's why we need a reality show. But anyways, I love Stacy. She's so demure. Like there's everything about her just speaks elegance. Like I love the way she talks, the way she carries herself. Like Stacy is that girl. They all want to be her, but they can't. Mia needs to go to Love and Hip Hop. Mia, what's the other girl's name? The one with the forehead. Her,
Jassy?
Jacqueline. No, the one with the big forehead. Ashley.
Oh,
Yes.
Ashley.
Ashley,
Sorry.
Mia, they all need to go to Love and Hip Hop. Like this franchise is not for them. Like it's. But by the way, you need to watch Love and Hip Hop. Sorry, Love is Blind, Habibi. You
I know
have
everyone keeps
to.
talking about that.
I
Okay.
can't wait to listen to your review on that. Like, you need to watch it. A bit triggering, I found, but you need to watch it. Yes.
A bit triggering, but I need to watch it. Okay.
Yeah, you need to. Because, listen, I appreciate your feedback. So anything you say is solid. So, yeah. Well, come to Toronto. We're waiting for you. 2025 Kempire, you have to come, okay?
Okay. All
All
right.
right,
You
good.
heard it, Toronto. All you Toronto promoters, all you promoters that work for the clubs out there, come on, book me. All right.
All right,
Thanks,
bye.
Kiki. Bye. I love it. I know a lot of you started following the channel and our TikTok. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok during the pandemic. Can you believe come March it'll be 5 years since the pandemic, since the global shutdown? Wow. All right. Nita's watching on Twitter, and Nita says Stacy is an Aries. That's why I love her. All of my BFFs are Aries. Me too, Nita. And I'm not surprised because your birthday's the day before mine. Nita's a Taurus, and she's watching on Twitter. I don't know about the males, but a lot of my female besties are Aries women, which is so interesting to me. I think that's so interesting. All right. Joe Mendoza's backstage. We haven't heard from Joe Mendoza in so long. What snarky thing does he have to say today?
No. Well, maybe some snarky things. But first of all, congrats on the 500,000 subs.
Thank you.
Accomplishment. It'll just be a matter of time when we're congratulating you on the 1 million subs.
Thank you.
Really just manifesting that. And I've been a subscriber to your channel for a while now, and even way before your collaboration with the clowns. Anyways, I don't watch this season of Potomac, but just watch a recap here. I checked out the GNA Apparel website during the live and saw only pics of Giselle and Ashley. And you actually have to search for whatever it is that they're selling. And I don't think they're selling much. So that was weird. And lastly, I am proud to have been celibate for a long and arduous 2 days. So congratulate me all. Okay, bye.
See, told you never know with Joe. And he did that in like 25 seconds. 25 seconds. A mess. All right. TS is backstage. We're going to bring TS up next. TS, what did you want to share in regards to Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay, I'm going to be real quick. I want to say Ashley needs to go. What is her storyline? I feel like Giselle tried to throw her a little lasso with this whole GNA thing, but like it's not even selling. They went from athletic wear to like now herbal? I don't know. Anyway, also, I'm so tired of all the girls just messing with Karen. It's like at this point it's a rite of passage to just come on and give some type of she's cheating, it's blue eyes, and like it's just very tiresome. Can we get something else? Like it's played out. Like they did the taxes, okay, they moved on from that, then they went to the cheating, okay, now they're doing with her whole drunk DUI case. But yeah, I just wanted to say I'm just really tired of it. I do love all the new girls. It's a breath of fresh air. I love Candace, but I actually don't miss her. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
That's real. TS, thanks for calling in.
You're welcome.
Bye. All right. Perfect timing, too. Miss Bless is backstage. We're going to bring Miss Bless up next. Miss Bless, what did you want to share in regards to Real Housewives of Potomac?
Well, good afternoon, Kempire.
Hey.
First, I want to congratulate you on your 5K. So I'm going to run through mine real quick because I know it's timing. So 1, I am celibate, but I am not a nun. And 2, Karen and Ray might be doing their own thing, but unlike Mia, Karen will not put out there that she's having sexual relations with someone and she's married. That's the difference between Karen and Mia. And two, even though I wasn't feeling Candace, I would like Candace back for the reason of keeping Ashley in her place and giving her the work. And what is Mia's job? Because Mia seems to always want to put herself out there like she really got big money and play down on G. And three, if Stacy was to turn into Monique and start acting towards Ashley like Candace did, then I mean like Monique did towards Candace, then everybody would be she would be the most hated.
Okay. All right. Miss Bless, thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you, Kemp. I love you.
Thank you. Where are you calling from, Miss Miss I'm about to go Miss Celibate. Lord have mercy. Miss Bless.
I'm calling from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, awesome. Don't forget to vote. All right.
I already have. I did mine Tuesday last week.
Boop. All right. Thanks, Miss Bless.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. I gotta get to Texas too. I know Texas. Calm down, Texas. I know I need to get there too. Promoters in Texas, hit me up. Okay. Nikolai's backstage. We haven't seen Nikolai in forever. Nikolai, what's going on?
Yo, Kempire, how are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing well. I haven't caught a live in a really long time, and I'm glad I was able to today. So I come through and give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your house.
Thank you.
On your $500,000, and soon it'll be $1 million for you.
Thank you.
And while you're taking requests on tour dates, come to Vegas and see us.
I was in Vegas for BravoCon last year.
Yeah, but it's not a Kempire experience. That's what we need out here.
Okay. All right. Noted.
So that's all I wanted to say. Congratulations, and come give you some flowers.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Nikolai. Nice hearing from you.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah. BravoCon was announced that they're coming back to Vegas next year this time. So we'll see. I can't promise you that I will be going to BravoCon next year, but we'll see. We shall see, because the last one wasn't great. All right. Vanessa's backstage. We're going to bring Vanessa up next. Vanessa, what did you want to share about the Real Housewives of Potomac?
All right. Hey, Kempire.
Hey.
Listen, I want to say this really quick. I agree with one of the callers that said you're like a combo of Oprah and Wendy. And you are, because you have that classiness of Oprah, but then you have that shade like Wendy, Miss Williams. So I agree with her. I think you're great. You're very unique.
Thank you.
So that's why you're going to continue to do well. And I'm speaking that into you.
Thank you.
You're really, really good, because I don't follow a lot of people. But anyway, enough. I just want, there was one caller that called in and said that Miss Stacy, who I love, and I love all of the new girls. I think it's great that they added them.
Yeah.
Her man is definitely a beard. When she said that, I was like, oh, because I got that vibe. There's no chemistry. He just seems like he really doesn't want her. Yeah. And I get and respect, hey, let's wait, let's do things appropriately. I overstand that. But I just don't see the chemistry. I think he's fronting. And Miss Stacy's green because she's new to the dating thing. And I think she's going to, I hope that it's not true, but it looks like he's gonna, he's playing her. Okay. Mia, I'm pissed at Mia because she's hurting her son with this. I don't know who the baby daddy is. That is humiliating for that young man. Yeah. And she's throwing her own child under the bus. So I have zero respect for Mia. Last but not least, leave the Grand Dame alone. Okay. And I applaud her for going off on Jackie because she needed to do that. Leave the Grand Dame alone. I love the Grand Dame. Then, I'm a Sagittarius cusp Scorpio. And I can't wait to see you. I'm in LA.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I can't wait to meet you as well.
Mia's a Sag really quick, but I don't know what Jackie is.
They said Jacqueline's a Taurus, and I'm so disappointed.
What? I'm a little surprised about that.
Me too.
But anyway, I know you got people waiting. I love you, Kempire, and I can't wait to see you.
Thank you, Vanessa. See you soon. Before you know it, I'll be in LA. All right. Shout out to LA. I can't wait to bring the Kempire After Dark live experience to LA. It's the first West Coast and only West Coast show the city that we're doing this year. I always say this year because we're working on it. We're trying, y'all. All right. Okay, let's bring up our next caller. Oh, Dawn Tasia, it's saying that you're not connected. You might have to drop out and call back in. There might be just an issue. Just drop out and call back in. All right, we have Adam backstage. Adam from the UK. What's going on, Adam?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Congrats on the 500K. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, we first met during the pandemic when we were all hustling at home, trying to do our best. But props up to you. You've done it. You're rocking this.
Thank
I'm
you
so
so
proud
much.
of you.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to when you're coming to
London.
my side of the pond.
Yes, sir.
Across the Atlantic in December 8th. Got it. And but yes, your recaps of this show has been more entertaining than the actual show. I mean, to me, Potomac, they need to get rid of a few. They can get rid of evil Messy Mia, and they can get rid of her assistant as well because she's been out of Potomac.
Not her assistant. Jacqueline.
I'm proud of Karen for spilling it out to her because as much as Karen may have said I don't care, someone needed to say it.
Oh.
And as Freddie and I have told you in the past, sometimes you've got to just spell it out.
And we appreciate it. Tell it like you mean it.
100%. Overall, I agree with what you said. 8.5, not quite a 9 if I had to give it.
Okay.
But yes, next month, can't believe November's already here. We've got Beverly Hills.
I know.
It's gonna be a mad one.
I'm gonna have a lot to talk about during the London show.
Oh yes, and I'm looking forward to these other special shout outs you're going to say when you come to London.
Of course.
So all in good time, my friends. So nice to catch up. It's been a while.
Yes.
And definitely when you come to the side of the Atlantic, it will be good.
Definitely. Adam, thank you so much for calling in.
You take care.
Take care. Shout out to everyone that I met in the UK. Again, I always remind you guys that the Kempire After Dark live experience was inspired by the meetup that we did in the UK where we had a bunch of subscribers meet up in a park. Not dangerous at all. We all met up in a park and we talked about this. So putting this into the universe is what created the Kempire After Dark live experience. And the one city that I said I wanted to make sure that we made happen was London. So help us sell out London. Shout out to AEG, AXS, and of course all of our UK and European subscribers, because I know some people will be traveling to the UK, to London for the show. So shout out to all of you. Again, more information will be available in the description. All right. Hayat is backstage. We're going to, Hayat, hold on, because Dawn is backstage and she had some technical difficulties, so I'm going to bring her up next. Dawn, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. Listen, congratulations on 5K.
Thank you.
Yes, I appreciate all your hard work. You keep us updated with all the latest news and all the tea. And you put me on Salt Lake City because one day I just ran across your recap and they need to pay you because your recaps are as great as the show. Okay. But let me get into the Potomac.
Okay.
So Keiarna, I like her. I still need to see more because I feel like we haven't really seen a whole lot from her. She's beautiful. I love her looks. Like her confessional looks. Mia, I like Mia, but Ink did not have to be in that family photo. I was like, what is he doing there? And why was she so mean to Stacy? Like why was she so mean to Stacy?
Newbie.
And then it got weird because then everybody started laughing. I was like, what is going on? Okay, Ashley, still messy, and she just has no respect for people's families, and I'm tired. Okay, what is GNA? Still confused. Is it health and wellness or is it clothing? I don't know. Okay, and then two more things. I'm not a fan of Giselle, but she had a point. when it came to like Karen at the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love Stacy. She's probably one of my favorites, but she's cringy. Okay. I love her. I can't tell if she's serious or if she's been sarcastic about the bunk beds. I was like, I'm confused. But I love it, and I appreciate, everything you do.
Thank
I
you.
hope you have a wonderful day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye. I love it that all of you are loving Stacy as much as I am. Not everyone is, and Stacy, if you watch this, not everyone's going to love you, but I appreciate the newbies and what they're bringing this season. Let me say thank you because we did get a couple of super chats. Deidre, sorry. Deidre, thank you so much for the super chat. Deidre says, 500K, congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, guys. You can also support just by liking the video. We're at 777 likes. I love that. All right. King Jones, thank you for the super chat. King Jones says, Kemp, love you, man, but Miss Bernice is my girl. She needs her own channel. Congrats on 500K. Miss Bernice is not even here. We love Miss Bernice. Okay, thank you, King Jones. That was so random. Where is Miss Bernice? All right, Miss Bernice, we're calling you. Miss Bernice, can you hear me? All right, we have Hayad backstage. We're going to bring Hayad up next. We're going to try and get to everyone today, guys. So, all right, Hayad, what did you want to say about Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hey, Kempire, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
killing the game, Kempire. I'm seeing you everywhere, and I love it.
Thank you.
Anyways, very, very, very happy.
Thank you.
So yeah, Potomac was great. Actually, I actually really enjoyed this episode. I love Stacy. Stacy is killing me. Her little confessional moment where she's like talking about the bunk beds, but like, yeah, on a girls' trip. I would love it. Yeah, that was hilarious. Do that again, Stacy. I just like the way she took everything on the chin. Now, Ashley and her two bunions need to get off this show. What is Ashley doing? Like, she needs to go to like finishing school for women that know how to at least get money out of the old man that they were with. Like, she literally is now doing hosting gigs, TikToks, everything that you would not be expecting Ashley to be doing since she's like living this good life with this non-divorce divorce. Just saying, she should take some lessons. I don't know who's that woman that's married to Steve Harvey. Lori Harvey's mom. She could teach her. She could teach her a little something.
Marjorie.
Thank you. That's it, Kempire. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. That was hilarious. I mean, points were made, though, about Ashley, or someone in the live chat said Trashly. All right. I didn't have to repeat that, right? All right. Miss Sharon's backstage. We're going to bring Miss Sharon up next. Miss Sharon, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine, I guess.
You mean I guess?
Well, I don't know what happened to my hand. Now I can't raise my fingers up. What do you call that?
You can't raise your fingers up?
No.
That means call a doctor.
On my left hand, I can't raise my fingers up at all.
That means go to the doctor.
Okay, I'll call him today.
And keep us updated.
I sure will. Well, I called to say congratulations to the 500,000 who are watching you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't forget that I brought you KSP in.
You did. You always do. And I plan you're going to keep us updated when it comes to the Super Bowl. You didn't tell me, though, about the WNBA. My team, my New York City team won.
You know what? I have a confession. I don't keep up with the WNBA. The World Series is playing in New York, and your New York Yankees is in it.
They are?
Yes, they are.
That's good. Look more.
Guess who they're playing against?
Who?
The Dodgers.
Oh.
The LA Dodgers.
The Dodgers used to be a part of New York. The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Right. And you know that, I don't know, is he Japanese, Chinese that plays on, he's a pitcher for the Dodgers?
Okay, now you're getting too deep
The
for
one
me. I
that
don't
got
know.
caught up in that scandal.
Now you're getting too deep. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
The one that got caught up in that gambling scandal. You know, Ryan from Orange County, they got him implicated in that.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, no. I don't know his name, though.
Right. They were taking his money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and now you got me interested. I need to Google schmoogle.
Yeah. But anyway, he's hurt. So maybe, hopefully, the New York Yankees can win a game tonight.
I didn't even know. So the World Series has started.
Yes.
Oh, no.
And the Dodgers are up 2-0.
2-0? The Dodgers?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to have to watch it tonight and root for those Yankees.
I'll tell you this, though. Back in the day when I was a little bit younger, I never watched baseball throughout the year, but I would watch. If any New York team made it to the World Series, I would watch that, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I just became a baseball fan when my mother was living.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I would turn on a baseball game just to fall asleep. But it's interesting. I love the game of baseball. I really do. And basketball turned me off because of the New York Knicks.
Okay.
And but I do like I'm a St. Louis fan. I'm a St. Louis girl. Oh, and Kansas City Chiefs is undefeated.
Okay. All right.
Dallas.
Are they going to make it to the Super Bowl?
They're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Y'all notice how I noticed it was football, that we switched from baseball to football, right? All right, Miss Sharon. I'm going to let you go because the people are getting bored. They're like, we don't even know what you guys are talking about right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We know what we're talking about. That's what. Go to the doctor, Miss Sharon.
Yeah.
Keep us posted. Bye.
All right. Bye, Kempire.
We love Miss Sharon. I really didn't know the World Series was going on right now. Miss Sharon usually calls in, and that's how I know things. That's why I was so upset. I was like, I didn't know the New York Liberty won the WNBA championship. That's a big deal. And you know who was there at the big celebration here in New York? Indicted Mayor Eric Adams. The nerve. Look, the nerve. You should be under the jail. Anyways. All right, let me get to these last callers so I can get out of here. Deidre says, you had about 80,000 subscribers when I subscribed. That's a long time ago, Deidre. Thank you so much for the support. All right, Alicia's backstage. We're going to bring Alicia up next. Alicia, what did you want to share about Real Housewives of Potomac?
Hi, Kempire. Oh my God, I can't believe I am talking to you.
Hey.
First of all, I'm jumping on the bandwagon, just wanting to wish you, just congratulate you. I remember when you were like at 100,000, 200,000, and I would think, wow, he needs so much more because you are phenomenal. So I just really wanted to say that.
Thank you.
And I got into Real Housewives from actually your channel, watching you. And like, I remember watching the conversations and like not knowing what's going on. And now that I'm watching specifically Potomac, I can't believe that I waited this long to watch.
Did you do like a watch from like the early seasons too for Potomac?
No. So I just started with 9.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back.
Oh,
yes.
You're going to have a good time.
I'm going to go back. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
You're going to have a good time. It's gonna start off real good. It's gonna go ooh, and then all of a sudden you're gonna get to season 6, 7, and 8.
I cannot wait because I work from home, and so I like to have something playing while I'm working because my job is so boring. And now it's like I find myself stopping everything I'm doing. It's just like, did this really just happen? So, and yeah, I'm jumping on the bandwagon too with like Ashley.
Oh.
She's a mess. She is a mess. She absolutely is a mess. And it seems like not much has changed from what I'm seeing here. She's been a mess.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to call and share my thoughts and just wish you congratulations.
Thank you. Please call back because I want to know when you start watching season 1 to 8, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Alicia, for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I love that. Bravo, where's my check? Okay. How many people just called and said they watched because of me? Anyways. All right. Guys, if you haven't already, we have already over 800 likes. We have, I don't know how many people watching. We have quite a few people watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Well, not Twitch today. Sorry, Twitch. Whoa, Twitch. And on Facebook. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Be sure to share. And if you've been a subscriber for a very long time, or if if you haven't been a subscriber, but you're watching, subscribe. Look, I appreciate anyone who watches. Either way we get the engagement, we appreciate it. But subscribe, because you are missing out on my community posts. You're missing out when I go live. You're missing out on all of the content that you're getting here on YouTube. But don't forget to follow us on TikTok, right, TikTok? We have quite a following on TikTok as well. Everything is at TheKempire on TikTok, Instagram, and on Twitter. Last night, you would have seen some of my tweets on this episode already. So different experience on different platforms. So be sure to follow us there. More information on everything Kempire will be available in the description. Last but definitely not least, we're going to bring up April for her thoughts on Real Housewives of Potomac. April, what's going on?
Good afternoon and congrats on the 5K. I can't remember when I was apart, but I know I've been a member for like 9 months and I think 19 days according to YouTube. I'm just going to watch your recaps on Potomac because I may tune in next year because I don't know, but I did do some quick Google research and I think Google said that Jacqueline's sidekick, or well, Mia's sidekick, Jacqueline, is a Sagittarius, so maybe she's not a Taurus.
Oh, please.
Yeah. And then I went on like Instagram really quickly from a video with Mia be lying, and it was like she posted something. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But anyways, I don't blame Karen for whacking Jacqueline the sidekick, because it's like, if you're trying to earn a spot on this show, you need to do it in a way to where if you're going to play both sides of the fence, do it to where you get to know everybody, but still be messy, right? Like, don't just come in here, being up underneath her bush and then expecting not to get whacked. I would like Karen to be a little bit more humble and owning this, because it's a bad look. Girl, you got 9 citations. Like, put the bottle down. Like, just leave it. Just put it in the corner. Like, no Tennessee whiskey for you, mamas. Hang it up. And that man is not into that girl. What's her name? Stacy? Yeah, leave it. Give it to God. Yep. Leave him in God's hands for sure. That's where he wants to be. And have a great day. Talk to you later.
Thanks, April.
Goodbye.
April said, give it to God. He's trying to. Oh, these conversations are always so entertaining. We love it when we're able to take callers and talk about Real Housewives. But if you're new here, we don't just talk about Real Housewives or reality television. We talk about everything in pop culture. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on some of the latest pop culture stories. We did cover a few different things over the last week, so be sure to check those out. And don't forget, we are still raising $2,500 for Black Women's Health Imperative in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The replay crew, you'll see a link somewhere here, but for those of you watching right now, be sure to check out one of our last videos. You'll be able to see a link. 100% of your donation goes to Black Women's Health Imperative, a wonderful charity that is sponsored by YouTube Giving. So give what you can, or share one of our videos so someone else can give. If you said, I ain't got it, that's fine. But you know someone that does got it, send it to them. Like, I know you got it. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Give a little donation. Just say, every dollar counts. We have, over 2,000 of you watching on multiple platforms. If everyone donated a dollar, we would already be at our goal. Just saying, $1. Everyone can find $1. Just say, let's beat what we did last year. Last year we did $3,600, over $3,600. So we can do it. I know we only have 3 more days to the end of this month. Just saying. Anyways, thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our members. We appreciate our channel members. Become a member today at TeamKempire.com/join. And of course, shout out to Uncommon Goods for sponsoring today's live recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. More information on them and a discount for you will be available in the description. And if you are in Los Angeles, London, or in Potomac, proper Potomac, or in DC, or Baltimore, Maryland, get your tickets for our January show. We'll be coming back to the DMV area. More information on all of that and everything Kempire will be available in the description. Thank you all for all of the well wishes for 500,000 subscribers. We will be celebrating all week long and all month long. If Wendy can celebrate, we're going to celebrate our 500,000 moment. Okay, YouTube doesn't give us anything for it, but besides that's wonderful. But when we get to 1 million, we're going to even turn up even more. Let's think about what we could do. I don't know yet. Let's think about that. All right. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, y'all. Let's get out of here.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life.